All right, everybody, welcome to our weekly team mastermind call. So as we usually do, we will just start out with good news, something great you want to share with us that happened to you this past week. Don't everybody jump at once. Come on, something good had to happen this week, right? Well, thinking.
I got nothing exciting and new.
Nothing happened. You closed a great show. You had a good show.
What about you just made a phone call that you've been avoiding, or you just, it doesn't have to be anything that is, huge. Just anything positive.
I closed out a party.
Yay. That's good. Yeah, I saw.
I finally got green for the month.
Yay.
There you go. That's awesome. Going green is good. Who else? Jess is already great. Jess, you're having a great month.
Yeah, I'm $203, I think, away from being for $4,000 for the month. But
that's
wow,
awesome.
That's great news. That's great news. How about you, Juliana?
I'm like $8 away from 1,000.
Woo! Free products.
Good.
yay!
Awesome.
I still have a party open, so.
You're going to be so excited to get those summer products. Susan already has one in her possession, so
Yeah.
one of the lucky ones. So that's awesome. See, it's just the little things. I think sometimes if we just think about the positive things, the little things that are happening in your business, and that will keep you positive as you're moving forward in your business. So, Susie, do you want to take over we want to talk about the virtual parties first and then ask for challenges. You want to do that?
Well, there's been a lot happening out there with virtual parties in the past week. And so we just wanted to bring it up, see if anybody had any questions, just discuss what people's challenges are and how you're managing the challenges right now. And I want to just take a step back. And I want to thank all of you for showing up tonight. This is a team mastermind, and the mastermind part of it is this part on Sunday night. And so I just want to tell you that Dee and I really appreciate you being here live, because you can't really be part of the team if you're not participating in the calls. The team means showing up. It means participating and being part of the conversation. So I just want to congratulate all of you for being here. So, and now back to our virtual party challenges. So what's going on with people in virtual parties? Are you just kind of managing? Are you, is it affecting you? Is it not impacting your business or you personally?
I had a fundraiser going on, and I just went into the event and used Facebook scheduled posts and did that in the morning so that it took me through the day.
Do you want to tell people how you do that? Because
Yeah, how do you?
I don't know that everyone knows how to use Facebook scheduled posts.
You just go in the event like you're going to post regularly, and then down beside where it says post, there's like a little clock, and you click on that, and you can schedule when the post will happen.
Okay.
So you can do that on events then too? I didn't know that. I thought you could only do it in a group.
Yep, you can do it in events.
I learned something from you, Jess. Thank you.
Good to know.
So when you put the clock, when you click on the clock, does it have you actually put the post there?
No, you type the post like you normally would, and then down where you click post, there's like a little clock, and you click on that, it'll
Okay,
ask
so it just
when
doesn't post.
Right, it will just ask you when you want it to post.
And how many can you do at a time?
I don't know how many you can do at a time. I did like probably 6 at a time when I did it.
That's super easy, because I've actually just been posting manually, and I could have just done that and then just gone in the morning and set them all up so it essentially would post for me. That's really good to know. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
Worth the call. Thank you. We can go home now.
Yeah.
I knew about it in groups and pages, but I did not know about it in events. So I didn't even see that. So great. Who else has parties going on, and how are you handling it?
My parties start tomorrow, and I was so excited because my son taught me how to split my screen so I could go from my party to my Facebook and just copy things from one to the other because I didn't know how to do that. And he showed me how to do that today because it's been a little tough to do the stuff beforehand. And I was all excited, but now I'm going to have to go in and play with Facebook again and see about doing the posts like she had.
But if you split your screen, even if you're posting manually, copying and pasting would actually be a lot easier.
Yeah, and that's what he showed. I knew what I wanted to do, but I couldn't figure out how to do it. And he came in and in like 2 minutes showed me how to do it. I felt so stupid, but it was like, oh, that makes sense.
Right.
That's
Right, and this will
wonderful.
be even easier now if you can go and post them all in the morning. And
Yeah, especially I start 2 shows tomorrow. So doing 2 that are both starting on the same day, I'm like, oh, I figured I was going to spend most of the day in front of the computer, but this might be easier.
well, and if you're following what the home office is recommending in the virtual party packs, what they're recommending is, they're saying I think 6 posts a day. So it's a lot easier than posting, huge numbers throughout the whole day. You don't have to be on all the time.
Well, one starts at 8 and one starts at 10 because I didn't start them both at the same time because I didn't want to have a chance of falling into, quote, Facebook jail by having them starting at the same time. So I broke them up like that when I set them up before anything happened. So it's now, that's the way they're set up. So it would be a lot of posts going on through the whole day, plus above and beyond my normal posts that I'm doing to my page.
Something that I do, Dawn, you don't have to space them out that far apart. I don't know how you all do it, but I do, like if I have a party, 3 parties going on, I'll do the first post at 8:03, 8:07, 8:11. So they're all in the same post at the same time, but just, 4 minutes apart, I do mine. So then the second post, if you do it, 9:03, 9:07, instead of doing 8 and 10.
Oh, so you do all yours in the morning and you would be done with them for the day?
No, I would still schedule them, but I mean, I do mine hours apart. I'm trying something new where I'm doing like from 8 in the morning till 8 at night, like Stephen did on the call. And so I start like party 1, 8:03, party 2 at 8:07, party 3.
Oh, I see.
And then the next post would be 9:03, 9:07, 9:11, 10:03, 10. You know what I mean? So I know when I go back to look, they're all on the same post at the same time, kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
I just checked and it wasn't a clock. It's a drop down next to the word post.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
thought it was a clock, but I think that's something else that I use. But it's a little
The
drop
clock
down.
is the watch party thing.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Juliana, do you have any parties going on?
I do. Well, I just had one that I just closed on today. And then I have one that's open that started on Friday. I don't really have any issues with them, but I only post like maybe 7 to 8 times a day. So I don't really have any problems. But I have been posting for the same time for quite a while, so
Are you doing manually now, or what are you doing?
manually.
Okay. And sometimes manually, like, those of you who have a job, sometimes it's hard to manually do that at certain times. But I think, you could do it in the morning, on your lunch hour, in the evening. It doesn't have to be all at one time. So, but we will
Yeah,
go through this, we will. I
Right,
mean,
I've been posting at like much more random times than I do when I have it on Post My Party, and it hasn't been a problem. I mean, nobody's on the party has said like, "Wait, you didn't post this at the time you posted it yesterday." I don't think they really notice.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, it's actually been kind of nice because then I've been able to see, their comments more quickly. But I think when you work, the risk of being in Facebook jail is if you're posting like so many things over an hour's period. Like when I was doing clusters of 3 posts, which is what the way I was doing it, like I was trying to post like a recipe and a supporting tool and post them all like just a few minutes apart on each show, so that they weren't getting so many notifications. And then I had like 4 or 5 shows going on, so it was like 3 here, 3 here, 3 here, 3 here. That's when Facebook started telling me I was posting too much, because I had, even though they were all spaced apart, according to Facebook, I was posting like 15 times in an hour. So I've been posting, and one problem was my parties all started on different days, which wasn't a big deal when Post My Party was posting them. But since I've been posting manual, I've had to, it's not like, okay, post here, post here, post here. I've had to go in and figure out, okay, what is this party on? What is this party on? What is this party on? But on the other hand, that's been a good thing, because I'm not posting the same thing 3 times right after another. So that's not going to trip up Facebook algorithms either. So I think, there's a lot of people saying a lot of different things, and I wouldn't believe most of it right now. There's not a lot of stuff, a lot of people are saying things that are inaccurate. I think we just have to kind of wait and see what's actually gonna shake out. Facebook is looking at all third-party apps, and they're evaluating to make sure everything's secure. And at the same time, Facebook, right, understandably so, is concerned with their own bottom line. So, there may be other things that come up. We never knew about posting services when we first started doing these virtual parties. And there's, lots of other things out there, but I'm not going to jump into something until I really know what the situation is, because I don't want to change to something else and then find that that's shut down as well. So it sounds like none of you guys are panicking about it. And we've just learned something new from Jessica. So that's a good thing.
Awesome. Does anybody, do we want to move on to challenges then, Susan? Or do
Yes.
you have any other questions?
There's also an app called Local for Facebook that you can check. Local.
L-O-C-A-L?
L-O-C-A, yeah, L-O, Local.
Okay.
It looks like it's pink and, it's pink and white. It has a little star. It looks like a map. I don't know if you can see.
Oh,
Okay.
It's the newest one that I just downloaded. You can actually check on all of your events all at the same time if they're open. So all of your parties. So I only have one party open now. I don't know if you can kind of see that. But you're able to look on them, and then you're able to see alerts too. So I was able to keep track of both my parties at the same time. That kind of helps a little bit if you have more than one party open.
so it's an app?
It's an app, yeah.
Say what it's called again. Local, L-O-C-A-L.
Mm-hmm. One of my
So
girlfriends
then
that sells like lip gloss told me about it. That she was able to keep track of more of her parties that way. So
I don't understand how it is. What is it showing you on your screen when you log in?
It's a different way of looking at your party. Instead of opening your Facebook and having to look through all of your notifications on Facebook, you're only looking at your event. So when you open the app itself, you only get to see your events. So, you see all of the other events that are going on in the area too. But you can customize it.
Is it only showing you the events you're hosting, or is it showing you like every event you're invited to, or
event you're hosting and event you're going to? But there's like a way that you can customize what you see.
Okay.
So I have it on ones that I'm hosting now, and then if you swipe one way or another, you can see ones that you're going to, ones that like you went to also.
Okay, when I search for it, it's not coming up.
No.
L-O-C-A-L?
Yeah.
On my phone here.
Try again. That's cool though, because that's kind of Facebook local.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But it
You know,
only
the thing
works
is,
on
the
that.
nice thing about that is it's so easy to get distracted when you go on Facebook to check your events.
Yeah.
That
But
excuse me.
it only shows your events, so and it's like a separate alert. So it'll, like, you know, if somebody were to post on Danielle's party that I have open now, it would give me, you know, the one notification icon, you know, how your event normally would. Because I don't have my notifications on for my Facebook because I found it to be annoying when I first downloaded it. So now I can't change it. So I never know when people post on my events unless I actually open my Facebook. So that kind of helps me know when my guests actually comment on things.
And can you post to your events through that app?
Yes.
That's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a good way to, you know, monitor from your phone rather than having to log on to Facebook every time.
Right.
And
And it helps like kind of minimize.
When you go on Facebook, you see other things, and then you're like, you forget. I don't know about you, but then I'm like looking at everything else and like, oh, I didn't post to my event. You know?
Yeah, I go onto Facebook to do one thing, like send somebody a message or something, and then like I end up doing 16 things, close it, and then go, shoot, I logged on to do this, and I've never done it.
No. So that's good. Thanks for sharing that. I'm gonna.
So any other great tips?
Ooh, they're teaching us lots tonight.
I actually I want to share something that somebody shared with me about how they're doing their Facebook virtual parties. She said she is setting up events, and then she's posting on the events, but she puts a link in the event to her VIP page and says, you know, join me live on such and such a day at such and such a time, and I'll have a live demo. And then everybody from all those events joins her VIP page, and then she does the live demo on her VIP page. So anybody on her VIP page is seeing it, and then and she can tell the host, hey, invite all your friends to my VIP page, and then all of those people get to see the live demo at once. She doesn't have to post it and download it and repost it. And all those people are now a part of her VIP page, which I thought was really a cool idea.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Are any of you going live on your events?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
I have pre-recorded videos.
Mm-hmm. And this is a way to go live without having to, you know, I do have pre-recorded videos too, but because it's Facebook's, their own, you know, program, anything that's live gets pushed to the top. I mean, that has priority viewing. Facebook really makes sure that people are seeing that. So it's a really cool way to go live, but not have to, like I said, record and post and share and download. And I just thought it was a really neat way to really connect with more customers at once too. So are people not going live because you're scared to go live? You don't know what to do? I'm just curious.
I do the pre-recorded videos because honestly, I don't want to make a million recipes because there's only 2 of us, and we already struggle with the fact we eat the same thing for like the entire week when I make it. So that's why.
Mm-hmm. Any other reasons people are or are not going live?
I don't do recipes with my live. I do questions. I do my live like at the beginning. I do the greeting, and I kind of like introduce myself, a little bit about Pampered Chef, ask some questions. But I like post a time. Like I don't do my live the first day. Like I make a little note, like a little welcome note, and say like, hey, I'm gonna go live because most of my parties start on Friday. Or I give the host like a second day option. And then I'll say like, hey, in 2 days or hey, in a day, I'm going to go live. You know, let's pick a time together. And I have them vote on a time, or I'll have them, you know, pick a time that works for them. And we'll pick some time throughout the night. And I, you know, talk a little bit about products. I'll pull a couple products out, go over some things, ask some questions if anyone jumps on. and then give them a chance to comment. But I don't really do any recipes, but that's just personal preference. So
Yeah, I go live for my greeting.
You can also, you don't have to be making a recipe when you go live. You could just demonstrate a tool. Because even if we posted and we post, a video for them to see us to use it, and I don't know if that's what you have for your recorded videos, but if you don't want to make a recipe because you don't want to have so much of the recipe, just demoing a tool, you could think of what you're going to have for dinner that night and, slice your tomato with quick slice, or, chop your salad with your salad chopper. And I think it's really fun to go live. Now, Dawn, you said you're not going live. Is that because you're nervous about it, or?
I'm still very intimidated by it. I don't want to make a mistake. I don't want, it's just, I haven't really sat down and forced myself to think about how I'm going to do it and plan it out. I know I will. I just haven't pushed that point.
Right.
It's just, I'm very uncomfortable with it at this point.
You know what I would encourage you to do to get more comfortable with it? Try it out by going live on either the Team Mastermind page or our team page, because no one's going to care what it's like, and it'll give you a safe place to practice with. And one of the things I actually love about going live is you can mess up and it doesn't matter. And, you just kind of go with what happens. I actually find it easier to go live than to make a video. When I'm making a video, I am, like, oh shoot, I messed that up. I'm going to redo it. When I'm going live, it's just like, whatever happens, happens. And that's the way it's going to be. And I find it easier.
Yeah.
And I think people appreciate that you're not perfect. That, that if you mess up, then anybody can do this, So another, I like Susan's idea about going on this group or your team page, but also you could create a group that just, you're in it.
That's what I was going to say. My granddaughter just told me to do that this morning.
Yeah, and then you can just watch it yourself. It's only you, and then get used to it that way. And then as far as Jess not wanting to do recipes, I feel the same way, Jess. It's just me and my husband, and he's eating Atkins. I'm doing Weight Watchers. So but you could just do, as Susan said, if you're making a salad or whatever, but even like we used to do, Susan, remember we used to do like a potato demo, and we would show the food chopper chopping a potato, the slicer slicing a potato. So you could just take a potato and show many tools with that. You could use the spiralizer and, a lot of different tools just by doing a potato demo, pretend this is a carrot, pretend, that's what we used to do way back in the day. So that would work too.
I think we should challenge everybody to go live on the Team
Oh,
Mastermind.
thanks.
See,
Susan.
I do a recipe on my videos. It's just I don't want to make, so all my videos have a recipe. I demo the whole recipe. It's just I don't do it live because I'm a really picky eater, and I don't want to have the same things over and over and over again, and we get stuck with it forever. But I've made chili and stuff, and some of it I do go live, but a lot of times I just do a video to put in my virtual party.
Right. The nice thing about my challenge, Dawn, is that if everybody's doing it, you won't feel silly just going live on the Mastermind page because everybody's doing it.
Thanks. Okay.
It's for your benefit. Look how
I totally get it.
That's for you. Wouldn't it feel supportive if everybody's going live?
That means Susan and I have to do it too.
Well, Susan goes live all the time.
Yeah. You know what? I've actually found that when it, I used to be like, okay, my kitchen has to be perfect and this has to be perfect and nobody can talk. And I actually found that some of my best videos are when funny things are happening. Like I was making a live video for a show, and my son walked in the room and I was showing off the quick slice and the close and cut. And he's motioning to me, and finally in the middle of the video, I'm like, what do you want? Are you trying to tell me something? Because he was driving me crazy and nobody could see him. And I'm like, oh, you want to do it? He wanted to do the closing cut. He wanted to do it. So I'm like, okay. So in the video, it's actually a very amusing video because I'm like, okay. And he's grabbing the knife. I'm like, wait, I need to explain what to do first. And he ends up using the closing cut. So sometimes when the unplanned things happen, it's actually much more fun. And, people laugh and they get to know you a little, and they get to know, who you are beyond a Pampered Chef consultant. I did a
Okay.
video of my husband doing the pineapple wedger. And, I was walking him through it. And those are two of my favorite videos, actually.
I will try very hard this week to do one.
We'll be supportive. I'll put it out there as a challenge, so you don't have to feel like, oh, they just want me to go live. It'll be so so you'll feel like, okay, you can go
Okay.
on for 30 seconds. Hey, this is Dawn. This is my first live video ever, and Susan's making me do it.
Don't be surprised.
I won't. Everyone's gonna
And
be.
don't worry, Dawn. If you ever want to do some really early in the morning, I'm usually up at 5:30. So I'll watch it if you want to do it just when no one else is watching.
Okay. Can I delete it when I'm done?
You can delete it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, the thing, I don't remember if this was Don or Jess, you were talking about like creating just a group for you. That's actually, I've done that for people to help them with learning how to post and do their first virtual parties. We've created a fake party and had them post on that fake party. It doesn't matter what they do on that fake party. We're the only two seeing it. But just to, get a chance to, see how things will work, or, how does it work to post a video? How does, so it's not a bad idea to do that, anyway.
Yeah. Her idea was that I should make a party and just put her and my daughter-in-law and a couple other people
Right.
and she said, then we can tell you, because you'll say it's bad and delete it before anybody else gets to see it this
Right.
way. So we'll
Same
see.
idea. Sorry, I took us in a different direction, but I just wanted to share that idea. Anybody have anything that they're feeling challenged by that they want us to discuss in the next final minutes? Hey, Juliana, did you have your cooking show that we talked about?
No, we didn't schedule it yet. She had just moved, so she wants to do it as like an new home type show, housewarming.
Okay.
And we haven't really figured it out. Joe and I are actually moving, so between our schedule and her schedule, she's going away for work. We haven't really figured out a set date yet, so
Okay.
I don't know.
Anybody else? Anything that is on your mind? Yeah, Jess is like, yeah, when can I get off this call and go back to sleep?
It's a long day on Sundays because we have obedience training.
For you or for your dog? Just kidding. Husband
Did
or
I
dog?
send my buddy?
We do appreciate you taking time out of your Sunday night to join us. And, because like tonight, we learned something from both of you, Juliana and Jess. So, this is what this is all about. So, but we are
I'm
here.
gonna go look for that.
Yeah. I know. My phone's in my bedroom. I'll have to go play with that. Anything else that you guys want to share or talk about?
What's your top priority for next week, for starting tomorrow morning?
Mine's to book some virtual parties.
Okay, for when?
For May and June.
Okay.
And mine's just to make sure that I'm every day contacting 5 people in some way. That's above and beyond when I'm outside the door, but when I'm out and about. But I really need to contact people more. And so I think I talked to Susan about this. I'm trying to ask posts, and then when people answer and comment to my posts that I haven't heard from in a while, then I'm trying to contact them through that way. And so I did much better with it this week and got a couple of people that are at least talking about parties, but I need to be more consistent doing it. So I made a schedule for myself of what I'm going to do for the next 2 days to make sure that I'm consistent on getting it done.
Good for you. Juliana, what's on your plate? And just to confirm, is it Juliana or Juliana?
Juliana, you're right.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. Well, not tomorrow because Joe and I finally have a day off together, so we
Yay!
have a date. But Wednesday, my next day off, is to get some bookings while I'm off. Finally get to make some phone calls because I don't have anything booked as of right now for May. I have 1 or 2 potentials, but nothing actually solid booked for May. So that'll be on my to-do list for Wednesday, my next day off.
Good. This is a good time to do it.
Yeah. And then more packing. So.
And if you haven't watched,
Virginia, so
oh, I'm sorry. What did you say?
we're actually moving to Virginia.
Are you?
Oh, so not like just a new home. When did this happen?
Lana,
Yeah.
you're not going to come to our meetings anymore. We're going to miss him.
We're in Virginia.
Richmond.
Richmond?
Mm-hmm.
I have a director in Richmond. Maybe you can go to her meetings.
Yeah.
She lives in,
Sorry.
gosh, that's okay. What is it called? She lives in, oh gosh, what's it called? It's some fancy sounding name.
When are you moving, Juliana?
So Joe's waiting on his start date, so it's either in the next 2 weeks or in the month. We
Oh,
don't know exactly.
we loved having Joe at the meetings.
Well, let us know and let us know. Hi, Joe. Let us know where you end up because I can connect you with my director who lives there.
Okay.
And I can't remember what suburb of Richmond she's in. I'm just totally blanking on the name of the suburb.
Joe got a job at FCC Petersburg, the prison down there. So we're moving to actually Henrico County. We signed our lease last time we were down there. So we're just waiting for his final start date. So between packing and everything else, I feel like we're in 19 places because I'm still in school. So that's what I was doing, was trying to finish my paper while we were on our call. But,
Well, that is big news and good for you for, still taking the time to be on tonight, even though you're doing 17,000 things at once.
yeah, so my time management kind of sucks, but my
You're
Wednesday-
here.
Yeah, so tomorrow we have a date, and then because we haven't seen each other in like weeks, and then Wednesday I'll be doing some bookings and trying to get some stuff finalized for me. 'Cause I actually won't be working when we move, so I plan on just trying to sell and do some things.
Great.
Well, Joe's going to meet lots of new people for you.
Yeah.
That's great.
Well, my plan is to try and sell a little bit more while I'm off for the month and a half. I have a job, pretty much lined up, but it doesn't start until July.
Okay.
So depending on when we move, I have like a month and a half-ish to kind of try and get some bookings. And so I've been reaching out and trying to get some vendor shoes to at least get some contacts. So
Awesome.
John, you're sideways all of a sudden.
I know Dawn went side on us.
Well, keep us updated. Definitely share if there's any challenges. And we can't wait to see your live videos. Yay!
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us. And
Have a great evening, rest of your evening. And we'll talk to you next week.
good night.
Good night.